If you want the tea, come get it seriously. Talking about your favorite.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Mary.
I'm Brittany.
And welcome back to another episode of Seriously Podcast, where we recap the hottest web series.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We break each episode down and share our questions, comments, and concerns. If you're not already, please follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Seriously Podcast. And make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, everywhere you listen to podcasts, we are there.
Yes.
This week, we are continuing our recap of the Daytime Emmy-nominated web series Tough Love.
Yes. And today, we actually have some guests.
Very special guests in the building with us. We have the creator, Caleb Davis, in the building.
What's up? What's going on, ladies?
Hey.
Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for coming.
Yo, thanks for having us.
Of course. And we have Jordan Barton in the building, who plays Quincy.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Yo, we're out here. We doing good. How are you, brother?
Blessed to be alive.
Okay.
Yes, blessings.
Be out here and doing my thing, pursuing my dreams. Yeah.
All right.
And also, shout out to you, ladies. You guys been rocking out. You know, thank you for all the commentating on the series and the support
love the
and
show,
the love.
of
Y'all,
course.
y'all rock stars out here.
Thank you.
Y'all really are.
Oh,
When we went to y'all, was it
anniversary party?
Yeah. We went to y'all's event, and every black web series was
Talk
in the
about
building
it.
showing
Talk
love. We were like, yo, y'all are really changing the game. Like y'all got y'all are setting the bar right now. As far as
Yeah.
So sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, and just to put it out there, Jonathan, who was in this episode right here with Alicia, he was on a date with her.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He was like, "Dang, y'all remember me from like
Yes.
some series he did back."
in the day.
He was like, "Wow."
Yeah, he was in Quarter Life Crisis or something like that.
Yeah.
Quarter Life Crisis. He's like he forgot about that.
Oh my God,
Y'all remember?
Yeah,
That he
Tweety was like,
"Dang."
oh yeah.
I was in that show.
So y'all vets out here, y'all in the
Yeah.
streets,
Yeah, already.
loving it.
So speaking of web series, we always ask, what was the very first web series you watched? I know, Caleb, you answered this, so you can tell us like what web series you're watching currently, of course. So, yeah.
What was the question again?
Wow.
What web series, what was the first web series you ever got hooked on?
Honestly, before doing Tough Love, I wasn't really into web series.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really watched them. When we put out Tough Love, I started looking into web series and like doing my research and seeing like what was out there, you know, sort of what our competition was, you know, what's good. And so I'm trying to think of one that there's a couple that I've like latched onto since. Like lately. I've been rocking with BSU, Black Student Union.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
funny.
that's
Yo,
hilarious.
that show is hilarious. And of course, Giants is great. Well, and there's a new show that just came out. They put out a very limited amount of episodes. A whole new Irving. Actually,
I love that show.
I found out about that show through you guys.
Yeah.
Through
Twitter. Yeah.
That's how I found out about the new hot web series. I tuned into seriously.
Yeah, that show's hilarious. Glad you watched it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more too. A Black and Sexy had a show. I think it's called Rider.
Writer, yeah.
Oh, yeah, OG.
That's a good
OG.
one.
I thought that show was hilarious.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, the day-to-day situations. I thought it was cool that they made a sitcom out of it didn't look like, you know, your traditional sitcom.
Yeah.
But you know, I really like how they put that together though.
That was a cool show. Hope it comes back.
Yeah.
Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, I'm you know, Team Black and Sexy. They always have good content. You know, Issa Rae brought us into the game. I was really hooked on First.
Right.
First is a phenomenal series.
Don't get me started.
And
Yes, don't get her started. She'll
People
talk about it for
waiting,
days.
waiting for the reboot. But something that caught my eye. Brian, the series. You guys heard about that?
I heard about it. I haven't checked it out yet, but I want to.
Yeah. So that first episode was good. I didn't follow up with the other episodes, but the first episode was good.
Okay.
You know, still, focusing on love and relationships, especially from a male's perspective. So,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm
that's what's
check
going
that
on.
one out.
Yeah.
Cool.
So congrats on your Daytime Emmy nomination.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We was here Before that, like,
Before.
Oh,
So now y'all came up.
So what
Thank
has
you.
the experience
Thank you.
been like for you guys
Oh.
since the nomination?
Even being on the red carpet, how was
Yeah.
that?
Phenomenal. Like, it was a great feeling. Like, it really just kind of dawned on us that, like, wow, we worked hard to actually get
did
here.
y'all thing.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, just the whole red carpet experience, just watching the whole show, just kind of, you know, mingling amongst peers and other series that we're in the category with, having conversations, doing interviews with press. Like, it was really amazing being out there. And just to have the whole cast with us,
we all went out there. That was crazy. We was like, are we going to do this? Like, it's like, and unanimous decision. Like, of course, like we got nominated for daytime Emmys. We're all gonna go out there. And it was wild. It was my first time being on the West Coast. So that was a new experience. And then just it's my first time being on the West Coast, and I'm there for some work that I've done creatively, and that was surreal.
Yeah.
And it was a little weird at the same time because you're sort of like thrown into all of this, like no warm up. So we're walking down the red carpet trying to get our lives together. Like what are we doing? What are we doing? Where do we look? Where are we supposed to go? And so it's kind of wild. Like, I got so many hilarious pictures on my phone from like that day. We're just looking like, what is going on right now? But
That's amazing.
cool experience overall, definitely.
Congrats again. So Jordan, what drew you to the role of Quincy when you first
What drew me to the role of Quincy when we first started doing this was I was an actor just trying to get experience, trying to get some stuff for my reel, trying to build and trying to grow just as an actor, and you search online, whether it's through Backstage, Actors Access, Craigslist. I was getting a lot of stuff off of Craigslist. Yes, Craigslist. You get a lot of work off of Craigslist. And
Craigslist.
but it's like that's the level that I was on, and you grow and then you start to surpass certain things because being on those types of casting platforms it's hard to find quality content. And that's what drew me to this project, because reading the script, you're like, whoa, this is actually a quality script. Like, it wasn't like you were reading it and trying to figure out, okay, all right, how am I going to make this line work? Because that's whack.
Right.
Every line in the story was like, oh, wow, this is actually well written. And so that's what drew me to the project. I think at first when I auditioned for Jackson and Quincy.
Oh, really?
And I ended up getting the role of Quincy. And then it was just God sent. The fact that Caleb was really talented, Ronnie was really talented, and then we had a bunch of really talented and really down for the cause actors who were just like, yo, we're all ready to put in work, and everybody brought something different to the table, and we ended up with this great project. I couldn't have predicted what I got out of the experience,
Yeah, the show has taken off. Like, it's amazing.
And you guys all play your roles really, really well.
Thank you.
Excuse me. What was the audition process like for the both of you guys?
Oh man, I could honestly say that the audition process for us behind the scenes, it elevates every single year, because when we first put it out there, it's just an idea. You don't really have a proof of concept, so everybody's just really going in under the whim, and also people are hesitant, should we really invest our time? So the first season, it was about no more than 30 people that came out, and it was really cool because we saw everybody at the early stage. We didn't even know with Jordan, with Verena, with Bradley, we didn't know what was their skill set behind the camera or in front of the camera. So long story short, the second season, we had it at the YouTube space, and we had the opportunity to bring in even more actors. So I think it jumped from 30 to about like close to 100. And then from there, we had the opportunity to, figure out, have like more room to figure out if certain roles was right for people. And then this third season, it was just insane. Like we were just like, couldn't even fit everybody into our schedule because we were casting for like 12 hours out of the day. And that's like back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Man, it was amazing. It was really fun to really get to that moment. So if you think of 12 hours, we're just going through it like a breeze. And Jordan had the opportunity to come out. So him as a cast member, he had the opportunity to be like, kind of, behind the scenes with us. So it was certain scenes where it was certain times that he was actually like kind of striking people, and we're like, hey man, him, and we have Verena she was sitting in on some sessions as well, and like she had dudes kind of shaking and stuff.
Wow.
But it was kind of good too in a way because if you shaking now, you gonna be shaking on the scene.
True.
By the way, this is sort of for all actors out there, and people who are pursuing, this acting thing and getting into the industry, even myself included. As you go through the process, you realize how long it takes just to become comfortable with the audition process. Like as an actor, you're like, dang, like why can't I calm down? Like, you going for an audition. Half of your audition is you just trying to be cool. You trying to stay calm and like get yourself together so you can deliver the best scene. And so you're trying to figure out like why can't you get it together? And then for me, being on the other side of the table and getting to see all these really great actors come in, like not like these people are awesome in their performances and just as actors and things that they've have accomplished. And I'm like, wow, they're nervous, they're shaking in the audition. I'm like, wow,
shook.
Not even me. Just the process is nerve wracking, and it takes a long time to be comfortable in that space. So to anybody out there who's acting, who's auditioning, just like, embrace that time, embrace that experience, and just know that you're not the only one doing your breathing exercises before you walk in the room.
Actually, funny story, y'all just mentioned season 3, Murder Mook. When he came through the audition, he had to be one of the illest auditioners known to man. Like, he came through like just straight like, what's going on? What's happening? Like sitting down with us, chopping it up one time. Like, okay, this what we doing right here. You know what I mean? And it was funny. He was going for the role of Joseph.
Oh, really?
And we were like, man, like he's a good Joseph. But then we were like, man, like, I think it would be better if he's Joseph's friend because he's just so like, authentic. He gonna steer you into trouble and everything like that. So shout out to Murder Mook. He came through, Shout
out to Murder Mook.
Yeah. That was real good right there.
That's
real
a lot
funny.
of personality on set.
A lot.
How did you guys get Mila from 702? How did that get in?
Mila, her management, they reached out to us, and that's another good thing. Like, since we have a proof of concept out there, people that were established in the industry or people that want to dive into a new career path, such as Mila, she wanted to really hop into the millennial eye. So that was a good move for her, and her management reached out to us, and we made it happen.
Oh, cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
we love it.
Yeah, shout out to Mila 702.
So there are like a lot of different relationships in Tough Love. Do you have a favorite storyline relationship?
I like them all, and I have different feelings, because since I'm like literally on set directing, since I'm behind the camera looking at the visuals, and when I edit, like I have different feelings and different emotions, and then also when I screen it just with a selective amount of people, I have different feelings, and then when I screen it with an audience, I have another set of feelings. So I can honestly say, even me and Ronnie, our emotions are always mixed.
Okay.
But as a whole, like, again, each plot and each storyline is really important to us. Yeah,
definitely.
It's hard. Like it's like you said. It's hard to really separate yourself from the project and look at it from a fan. I look at it as a fan. Like I really enjoy those moments where we have our table read and you read the whole script, and then you work on your stuff, and then you shoot, and then Caleb is in the dungeon for weeks and months, and then you finally see it, and then you forget about those moments that you read in the table read, and those are the moments that I love the most because I get to. That's the closest I get to looking at the show from an outside perspective, like as a fan, having never seen it before. It's those moments that I forget about, and it's it's hard to have like a true emotion towards the story when you already know it.
Right.
So yeah, just like you were saying, this is hard. It's hard.
How do you think your character changed since season 1?
Wow, my roller coasters, man, roller coasters. Quincy is definitely season 1, season 2 was a dramatic flip for sure. He went off the deep end.
Yeah. Talk about it.
So, man, Quincy he had a lot of issues. He had a lot of insecurities that he needed to address, and he had a lot. Of, y'all are ready for this. Y'all are ready for this.
Keep going.
Yeah. Because a lot of people have like opinions, not the best opinions of Quincy because of how he treated Alicia.
I know.
So like, what do you say to those people?
I feel like Quincy's,
what's something good?
I feel like Quincy's misunderstood in a lot of ways. He had that from season 1 from season 1 to season 2. Quincy definitely flipped, and that was definitely a result of his insecurities and his immaturities as a person. But I think Quincy's a very smart guy, and I think he learned from that. And it's sad that it took him to go through these things for him to learn, like for him to have these experiences with these different women and realize, look, you're not getting from them what you were getting from Alicia. And it's sad that it took him that to realize, that you have somebody great. You had somebody great already with you, and for you to just throw it all away over one thing that happened in the past, that was really dumb. And he realized that, and now he's trying to make up for that. But now Alicia's like, well, hold up, I want to. Explore things as well. I need to see what else is out there. You did you. Now I need to do me.
Right.
And it's like I think Quincy he doesn't see that Alicia needs that time to figure that out. And I don't think any guy would want to see that. No guy wants to come to terms with that. Like, okay, she needs time to figure things out. Nobody wants to come to terms with that. And what I feel like people fail to realize is that Quincy and Alicia have spent a lot of time together, a lot of really good time together. I see some of the comments, and a lot of people think that Quincy cheated on Alicia when actually Quincy never cheated on Alicia.
Right.
There was time in college when
I thought in college he did cheat. No,
I thought they were like on a break.
In college, he was running around a lot. He was young. He was dumb. He didn't know exactly what he wanted in college. But eventually, he realized that, okay, this girl is going to be it for you. You need to lock this down right now because she is your future. And that's what he did. And they had 5 good years. And then, the past came back around, and he couldn't handle it.
Right.
And but he never cheated. Even while in college, they were never, when he was running around doing this thing, they weren't like an official thing. It was just,
situationship.
It was definitely a situationship for sure. But but they spent 5 really great years together. And
like season 1, I thought they were married.
Yeah,
like until season 2, they was like no ring. I was like, wait, what? They got a ring?
they were. I feel like they were definitely at that point.
Yeah.
But Quincy's pride got in the way when it's like your business starts to fail. It's like one thing after another. Your business starts to fail. You find out, okay, you're not the only one that your lady has been with. So it's like she really don't need you, motherfucker. Like she could get it from someplace else. She could get it from someplace else if she want to. So it's like that, and that is just in the back of his mind, just growing and festering. It's just like, okay, I can't handle this. I cannot handle this. I need to go and do some other stuff. And then he flips, and then he realizes, okay, I was really stupid. That was dumb.
And now he's trying to get it back.
And now
she wants to live her life.
3. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Big mad.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad that we have to learn things the hard way as human beings.
Yes.
But that's what it takes a lot of the time is you to make some really bad mistakes for you to be able to move forward.
True. All facts.
Nothing but facts. All right, so we're going to get into the recap right now.
Sure.
All right?
I'm ready.
So Jordan comes home from her day with Uber Bay to see, her brother and his girlfriend getting down on the couch.
Hey, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but Jordan does not care.
No.
She does not care.
She's wondering why she even allowed her brother.
No compassion, no empathy.
Nothing.
Damn.
Why she's wondering why did she allow him to stay at her house?
Yeah, but she's not even coming for the brother. She's coming for the girlfriend. Like
Yes.
she act like she was the mom. Like
Because
what
she's
are you
like,
doing,
I
young
expect
lady?
this from you.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing new.
Jordan, I swear on everything, it was my fault. I pressed her to do it.
No. I would expect this from you because I know your character, so there's really no surprise there, Joseph. But I would think that if you were dealing with a real woman with morals and values, she wouldn't be okay with being bent over your sister's couch.
Yeah, and the girl, she was just like, he said you wasn't going to be here.
Right? Like, what's the problem, girl? It was just embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, like, most of all, but, like, as a guy, I definitely understand it. I'm like, hey, you gotta get,
like, listen, the sister wasn't home.
you gotta get it how you live, It's like...
So Jordan's basically like, get out, right? And so Joseph, he goes to walk his girlfriend downstairs, and he's
they even
like,
put their shoes on.
I'll be right back. And she's like, bitch, where are you going to be back from?
Right.
No, don't come back. It's okay. You don't have to
She
come
don't
back.
want to see him at all.
Joseph's on a thin line. I swear he's on a thin line.
Very thin.
Joseph be messing up, man.
He loves to mess up, too.
So next scene, we got Quincy and Jackson. They finally schedule a visit to go see Faith.
Scheduled a visit.
I was like, are we going to see Faith this season? Like, what's going on? But then Faith is with a woman now.
Yeah.
That was a twist. I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all. And she got a big attitude.
She does not want to see anyone associated with the baby daddy.
Anytime they said Darius,
Detective.
what? He ain't never been around.
So mad.
Like, girl.
You ain't even met my man. And you coming for his head. She coming for him.
Darius who?
She coming for us. We trying to make peace.
Right.
Trying to unify the situation right now.
Right. And they even offered to like help her in any way. And she was like, we good. We
Trying to
don't need
help
your help.
out. We know it's
We
hard.
good.
We know it's hard out here. Like, nah, we good.
Like, damn, miss. Okay.
Humble yourself. Sit down. Be humble.
Darius didn't intend on getting locked up. If he could be here, he would.
Fuck out of here. He would be here if he wasn't out doing dirt.
She's right. D was always out doing something slick. Now look where it got him.
Yeah, well, we're just here letting you know that we're here to help when needed.
Nah, we good.
Yeah, she was protective though. You know what I mean? She didn't want anybody to come and taint.
Yeah.
Her girlfriend.
Yeah, and that's understandable. When somebody close to you has been hurt, to that degree, it's like, okay, yeah, you definitely gonna be protective.
Yeah, she was, but it was a bit much.
Yeah. It was a lot.
In the Cabbage Patch Baby.
Shout out to our baby mama, Drew.
Do we want to talk about the baby?
Drew.
That's
You know what I mean? Shout out to Drew. 2-month-old, fresh out the hospital. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Drew.
Oh my gosh! By the way, it's not easy to get
I can imagine
a real infant on set.
Yeah,
and it's so hard. There's so many. There's so many labor laws, involved, and it's a lot of regulations that go along with it. And
shout out to Drew. Right?
And our schedule, our schedule is already limited and tight as an independent series. So it's like, that's just like one extra huge headache that you have to worry about. So it's like, you got to make it work sometimes. And income Drew.
Yeah. Shout out to Drew.
Okay, so Jason, he has the fellas over, they watching the game.
Hey.
And he has that problematic friend that he had that tried to take advantage of Alicia there. And his clumsy behind is like knocking stuff down.
Arrows.
And Jason is like, why are you here? Like, who invited this guy? You know my girl don't like you. Now you messing up my house. Like, why are you here?
Yeah, I was not happy to see him again.
Either.
I mean, like, they brought him back.
Everybody got that friend, though. You know what I mean?
But that's not even his friend.
I know.
It's his friend, but,
his acquaintance.
But since Jay is in a relationship now, that friendship dynamic can't be the same. And I think that, we're going to talk a little bit more about it, but, Harold's in the building.
Harold's in the building. So Monica and Alicia are talking on the phone. Mind you, Monica does not have a job. So how she's shopping for furs? For furs at that. Like, girl.
Monica a trust fund baby, I know.
Oh, is she? Is she?
No.
We had them
Rumor
on the show.
alert.
She was defending Monica.
But sometimes when you like really down and out, you kind of want to, take your mind off things and go a little harder in the paint. Shout out to all
windows. I'd be window shopping.
Shout out to the first store right there.
I'd definitely be getting my window shop on.
Right? Window shop all day. All day.
I'd be in the Gucci store balling out in my mind.
So Jordan goes through her phone. She's cleaning up house, just after she had the phone with Uber Bay. Mm-hmm. They're real cute. You can tell she's falling for him at this point.
I like them together, too.
I do like them together. So we're going to see what happens. So next, she's trying to, like, go through her phone and, like, delete all the exes. Like, she deletes Lance. Finally. She needs to let him go. And then she's about to delete Jackson's contact.
Yeah. She was about to block. I'm like, why?
Yeah. Like, that's still your friend. I feel like y'all still in the same circle, so why even block him?
Why do that?
Hold on, I got a question.
Yeah.
Just to go back to Lance. Could y'all ever forgive somebody for cheating?
It depends.
I guess it depends on how long we've been together and how much I actually really do like you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are in a relationship just to be like comfortable, like.
Well, I mean, he had proposed. They about to get married.
Yeah, now so that I would not forgive.
They was
no. And you brought an STD in the house.
No, you forgot
absolutely
that part.
not.
You gave her STD.
That's the deal breaker.
Yeah. That on top of the cheating.
Okay. Yeah,
it's a no.
So much.
Okay.
It's a no.
Would you?
I've asked myself this question a lot, and I think it comes down to the same thing. Like it depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
Like if we've had a rocky road already, and then you go and cheat, and it's like, okay, that's just like the final straw. So,
right. That's God telling me bye.
But like if we've been like solid, and like this is like yo ride or die, and it's like yo,
even then I would still be like, you really hurt me.
Yeah, it's like it still hurts. It hurts. It hurts so
me.
bad. But it's like, dang, like if you know, like in your heart of hearts, this is the person like I need to be with for the rest of my life. Not want to be with, the person I need to be with for the rest of my life.
No.
And they mess up. It's like, dang, can I forgive you for that?
True.
I don't know because I've never been in a situation. But it's like I said, I ask myself that question all the time.
If there's any seriously fans out there want to go on a date with Jordan, get in a relationship and cheat on him, shout out.
Shout out.
That is not a what they call it, a permission slip.
I mean, you say you need to learn, learn.
Because sometimes you feel like, okay, you hurt me, now I need to go back, now I need to go and hurt you back. I need to go and get my retaliation, and it's a slippery slope. So like, man, like, and if anybody who thinks like is approaching me and you thinking like that, like, oh, I could try this nigga, but you don't need to be in my space anyways.
Nah. So next we go to Quincy and Jackson. Jackson is like, I don't know, he's kind of out of it because his father just died. The funeral's coming up. He's not going. Quincy's still trying to like get him to go out and stuff, but Jackson's like.
Quincy's like hype about the YouTube channel, trying to tell him like what's going on, and Jackson's in a whole new world.
He said we got a YouTube channel.
What's it got?
Since when?
Jackson is on another planet right now.
Right. Then he tells him like his father's funeral's coming up, and he's like, I'm not going to that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be there. I don't want to see my brothers and sisters crying over a man that cheated on my mom. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. Like, man, obviously, I'm trying to be Jordan and not Quincy. It's like you spend so much time trying to figure it out as Quincy, because it's like as Quincy, it's like, okay, if this is like your best friend, like y'all have had this conversation before, like plenty of times y'all talked about this,
right? Exactly.
So you already know his stance on it, so you probably know I'm not going to be able to force his hand too much, but you definitely want to be there to encourage your friend to do something that they may regret. I mean, to not do something that they may regret later on. So we'll see how it plays out.
Yes.
So Joseph and his girlfriend Jasmine, they come over to apologize to Jordan, and she's like, I should have took my key back. Like,
right,
how did you get back in this house? I know I locked the door the last time you left. And Jasmine, she is smacking her gum hella hard.
I know, she was.
She's just too ratchet.
Yes.
She's like,
and she was nervous.
Sorry,
okay,
like,
she was nervous.
We had to take where she was popping bubbles. We was like, we don't want to give him the bubbles.
Right.
Just keep the smacking.
So Joseph, he steps out so they can talk woman to woman, and she apologizes. She's like, "I love him. I'm his ride or die." Okay,
yes.
I'll beat a bitch down for this man. Okay, I moved here for him. Like he's trying to do good. All right, and what your dad did like hurt him. And Jordan's like, "What he got to do with this?
What my daddy do?
What are you talking about? My dad." So she tells him that their dad used to buy weed from Joseph. And they were chilling one night. Joseph brought up how it was hard growing up because his dad used to cheat on both their moms, and his dad felt some kind of way. Next thing you know, Joseph got pulled over.
Right. She's like, whoa, so my dad is the reason?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
He was really in his feelings like that?
Yeah, that's so petty. Like, that's crazy.
That's hella petty.
Petty. That's your son.
Your son?
Your son? You gonna send your son in jail?
For years?
Come on.
That's like petty supreme right there.
Yeah.
How do you live with yourself?
Do they say how long he was in jail, Caleb?
No, we do not get the time reference on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And
long enough to learn how to make a gourmet meal, obviously. He's a pro at that.
Right. So,
yeah, y'all live, huh? Y'all live?
Yeah.
Where y'all live?
Doing too much, girl.
I know. Wait, I'm like,
get off the
all right, because Ronnie over here, giving me notes and stuff. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm looking behind. Whoa.
She out here coaching. She
like, you what the heck?
Yeah, we live. Hey, Ronnie.
All right. Yes, I am sitting up straight. Sorry. Shout out to Ronnie. Man. Ronnie Davis, that's co-creator.
Yes. So Monica had come home and saw the guys, but when she saw Troublemaker, she was over it. Like, she went to their bedroom. Like, she was not happy to see him.
Yeah, she was
of course.
like,
real quick, she was out.
Yes. Out. I feel like every episode, Monica and Jason are like going through something.
I told you.
They are really going through it.
Like, I've been said this, and I'm sure Caleb could speak to this more than anybody, but like, I couldn't even think about like marrying you or like being with you long term if I can't live with you.
That's
right.
Like people be getting married and proposing, like, I mean, they've never lived together. You gotta live with somebody first.
Yeah.
You have to live with somebody before you can go forward, because stuff like this pops up. It's not easy to learn to deal with somebody else. Like,
True.
even just roommates alone, it's like you have to learn to live with this person.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine it being your significant other. Like, I gotta learn to put up with this person for the rest of my life. That's
Yeah. And also, man, like Jason and mine, them going back and forth, the feuds, like, that gives me fuel. Like I wouldn't say their storyline is the best, but like, to me, when I see that energy of those disagreements and those arguments, they come from real places, through ourselves, friends, family members, situations we saw growing up. So just seeing them go at it, I'm like, dang. Like relationship or arguments are usually petty, and then to see how it can blow up and get even bigger, and like it's like a fire, and I like when both of them get involved with the art.
Yeah, because you can relate to it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wow, wow,
100%.
It's something for everybody on Tough Love.
It's true.
Wow.
No, because like that's something you don't realize until you hear him speak on that. Like when you relate to something, it lands harder.
Yeah.
Within you. Like me being a single person, like not really dated that much, and it's like here nor there to me. Mm-hmm. But to somebody who's been through that and is in a relationship, is married, is like, that's real life.
What happens.
That's real life. That's the process right there.
That's true.
If Jeremy really brought a guest to our house unannounced, why couldn't you just ask him to leave?
That's a little extreme, don't you think?
What's extreme? It's him trying to take advantage of my drunk friend, cursing her out, and talking shit to me and Jordan. He called us out our names, Jason. Did you forget that? You said y'all didn't even hang out that much.
We don't.
Yet you have him chilling in our apartment. And you couldn't even give me a heads up before I got here.
He said sorry. He apologizes.
Yeah.
But I think she still had an attitude about it.
She was like, I'm working on a song.
Yeah. I'm working on a song.
I fell out. I was like, wow. Wow.
I need to be alone. Yeah. So they need to work on their communication a little bit better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, they're learning each other.
They are.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel like, if they will take this relationship till they die, like, a lot of old folks tell me that, you learn about somebody all the way until you die.
Yeah, true.
And even if somebody passed away, you'll still be learning about them.
Learning.
So, they're in their, baby steps, especially since they just moved in together at the beginning of season 3. But yeah, it's going to be some juicy stuff along the way too.
I'm ready. So Quincy goes to have a drink with his friend / lawyer.
Mitch. Shout out to Mitch.
And this was at the spot you guys had your party, right?
Yes.
So Quincy's telling Mitch about what happened with the reality show and his plan for their YouTube channel. And his friend is just like, get a sponsor. And so y'all can really make money. Like, you playing.
Yeah. He's like, they want you out here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Make that money.
Right. But he was like, I have a sponsor friends I can hook you up with, and they'll just take a percentage. But I'm like, Quincy needs to make sure he gets those contracts before you end up in the same boat
your
you
contracts,
are right
read
now.
them.
Yeah,
Make sure you read them.
Because they be like 90% we're taking.
Read them. But it's good that he has his lawyer friend. I'm sure he's learned his lesson. He's definitely going to consult his lawyer friend and cross his T's and dot his I's.
This is a better recommendation than that experiment that they got from season 1.
Them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They really got played. Okay, so Jackson, he's at home drinking his life away. He texts his mom. He was going to text her.
Drinking and taking pills.
I didn't peep that.
Yes. Look.
Where he get these pills from?
He got a man that know a man.
He
heard of a man.
He love him so
that
some
knows
Jack.
a man.
Hey, he works in finance. They got access to everything.
Oh, true.
Everything.
True.
Know
Love
somebody
himself
that knows
some Jack
somebody.
Daniels. So he was gonna text his mom like, I can't make it. I hate what he did to me. Like, I was just like, you better not say that to your mother. That's crazy. But he ended up
told him that to her face before.
But the man actually died. Yeah. You can't say that now. Like, that's mean.
So Jordan and Uber Bay Dre, they're on their date. They're having like a heavy discussion about black women and black men, how dating outside your race and everything. And shout out to y'all. Y'all always, no tough love date is ever complete without a deep conversation. Never.
Oh, man.
That's some woke conversation.
Always.
Thank you.
This actor had me weak. Does he not button his shirts all the way to the top? I'm like, this guy does not believe in buttoning his shirt. He's at a restaurant on a date, like, button up your shirt.
Yeah. Actually, this thing he wanted to do no shirt. I'm like, I might as well
No shirt
just throw
at
a
a
shirt.
restaurant?
Now I'm play with you.
I'm like, what? That's hilarious.
Shout out to Red 58, by the way.
So they're talking and going back and forth. Jordan says, like, black women been the backbone for black men for all eternity, but y'all want to be Christopher Columbus and start exploring.
And that's why I'm all for black women trying it out with Todd or Brad. Because the numbers just don't add up. There's more of us. There's a number of black men who are in jail, which I know is due to systemic oppression, but still, that lowers our choices. Then the ones who are out here chasing after Marie or Becky, or hell, even Brandon. So now our choices are even less. So we're literally just left with either being single or getting our jungle fever on too.
Now that's unfair, Jordan.
And so he's like, I admit, it's hard to find a partner, but we out here. You also need to also be looking at the good guys and give them a chance. Like, you overlook the Steve Urkels, but you get upset when you get hurt by a Stefan. And I'm like, do you not realize that you are a Stefan?
That's what I said.
I said, who are you to be talking?
What are you talking about? And she's talking about,
as fine as you are, and you are Stefan.
Listen,
okay?
she's talking about, I can never find a man. As you're on a date with this gorgeous man, what are you talking about?
Maybe he was Steve Urkel in a previous life.
Is he telling her she's going to get hurt soon?
Maybe he was a late bloomer. You never know. He probably got hurt a lot.
And also, think about eternally, like how he feels, like what you've seen that he's been going through. Like he's a musician, up and coming.
Struggling.
Yeah, he's an Uber driver.
He's probably like think about just like even like you see his looks, but then think about like what he's going on, what's going on inside.
Like he's probably had a lot of girls laugh.
Inside,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
He's probably had a lot of girls laugh at him.
Yeah.
Like
ain't no girl laughing at him.
Shout out to Travis Cure.
It's not happening.
Shout out to T.
Like I know a lot of girls who are just guilty of that. Like he no matter what he looks like, you trying to holler at me and you ringing up my groceries. It's like what? Like come on.
Oh my god! Like I get what he was saying though, but
he wasn't the one to say I'm sorry. No, brother. So speaking of his finances,
it is. It's a struggle out here.
Yeah.
Dating
Speaking of his finances, when the bill comes, like he gives another Groupon, and we all know Jordan. Like we know she's holding it in, and she's fuming inside.
Yes.
She has to like go to the bathroom, and she makes a video.
His Exhibit A. Exhibit A.
Do y'all have a problem with Groupon dating?
Nah,
hell,
they're guys.
It's like, come on, it's Groupon. Like, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
You find out some creative stuff on Groupon.
Who cares how I paid for it? Like, we had a good time. Especially, look, in New York City,
right.
where you gotta pay to play. Like, they say it's the rich man's playground in New York City. Everybody else, we just here. In New York City, if you want to go out with your friends or if you want to go out and do anything, you're either going to be paying to sit down and drink somewhere, you're going to be paying to sit down and eat somewhere, or you're going to be paying to, participate in some sort of activity. But either way, you're paying. Unless it's summertime, you can go walk to like a park or something, or maybe like a museum. But other than that, it's like you got to figure out how you're going to, finance this dating situation. If you're dating somebody, you're going out to a lot of places.
Yeah.
That adds up quick. So, let's get these Groupons popping.
Yeah, we were talking about the episode the other day, and you said, like, he should have joked about it and be like, oh, I always use Groupon for everything.
He should have made a joke about it, like, another Groupon.
Yeah.
Like, he was like
he nervous
played
it off.
He should have been a little more confident about his Groupon transactions.
He played it off better. Yeah. He was like, here's the Groupon.
So it's not the Groupon, it's the delivery of the Groupon.
Yes, but for Jordan, it's the Groupon.
It's the Groupon for Jordan.
He should have took that care like in the front when he first came in. He would have called it over the phone.
True. Yes.
It's my credit card number with my Groupon code.
That's it.
He probably thought it was safe because he knows that she knows that he used one for the first date. So he probably was like, oh, she cool with it, but it's the way he did it.
No, she was like, the first time was cute, but now you
know who he was dealing with. You dealing with Jordan.
Yeah. Jordan, she's different.
She's not playing those games.
So she even decides to go in the bathroom and like do a recording for their YouTube channel. And she like expresses this, how she's not feeling it. But she's trying. She really is trying.
And she feels like God is truly testing her. Like she's like, I didn't say anything.
This
like,
is the ultimate test right here. The ultimate test.
I'm over here improving if I didn't say nothing to this man. Because I could have really called his ass out
petty.
On it.
That's petty wop right there.
That's Jordan for you.
Yeah, she is.
You know how like a lot of people are asking like, what is up with Drew? What's up with Drew? Because like people think that they're like waiting for the other shoe to drop. Like, what's his backstory?
Drew.
Drew. That's not his name.
Uber
Dre.
Dre.
Drew. Sorry.
Jay, I thought you were talking about the baby. I'm like, what the baby? I'm like,
Sorry. What is Uber Bay's backstory?
In Tough Love, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tough Love. So
they're all like, he's too good to be true. So what's up with him?
I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? He's from Florida. You know, he came to New York to aspire as a musician. He found a not a career, but he found a way to get some extra ends in his pocket. You know, shout out to Uber, you know, since he's Uber babe. Just relationship wise, like, you know, his confidence isn't all the way there. You know, like you say, like the looks is there, but the confidence isn't all the way there. And you know, he's a genuine guy. But yeah, like, you know, his past and, you know, relationships, we haven't really, you know, got to that point yet. We don't want to say too much, but he, you know, he's definitely a guy that, you know, he means no harm.
Okay.
He means no harm.
All right.
You know what I mean? And I like that about a lot of our
Or
male
does he?
I like that. I like that about a lot of our male characters too. It's like sometimes, like, the male or black male stereotype is like, all right, you know what I mean? Something ain't up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keith, something up with Keith. You know what I mean?
Nothing was wrong with Jason.
You know,
People are even like, what's up with Jason?
When is Jason gonna crack? So it's like, it's like there has to be a downfall for the African American male, which is, you know, kind of a stereotype that we kind of want to wash away just a little bit. Like, you know, there are good guys out there. You know what I mean? I got a lot of friends that, you know, they're single. And they're good guys, you know what I mean? Like, they, you know, they don't really, you know, date a lot. They just kind of, you know, have an interest in something, and, you know, that's it. So, long story short, you know, like, I feel like we shine the light that there are good guys out there, but we show you some savages. We will show you a savage when, you know, we'll bring the savages out too. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But I feel like Drake is a good guy. I do think Jordan is gonna mess it up. I feel like that video is gonna go viral. He's gonna see it like, you was talking about me, about that Groupon. That's how you feel, and that's what's really.
She didn't think about that. Ooh, Jordan.
Their channel's like getting up there. So
they popping. They popping 400,000 views.
I mean, he be on the Groupon app more than YouTube, but he's gonna find it.
They are popping. People want to know. People want to know about them and their stories.
Wait, so he doesn't know that she was on that reality show?
So he does not know currently.
But okay.
So he does not know currently, but like you say, like, you know, they are out here just free with their information, throwing it out to the public. Shout out to, or freaking with his new company and everything, Secret Confessions. So, you know, just like everything we do on social media, we kind of just do it. Don't really know about like the footprint that's gonna have in the future. But let's see if he finds out about what she's gonna say. Let's see.
All right.
Okay.
So Alicia's on her date with her meet and match, and this scene was hilarious. I love how it was like kind of like insecure.
Yes.
Issa Rae's
Absolutely.
moments.
Absolutely.
Shout out to
We this is a moment where it's like, dang, we want to pay homage to the, you know, the greats, people, the pioneers, people that's doing it. So we took this from an actual episode in Insecure, second season.
Episode, right? Yeah,
So yep. So we matched it like precisely. So shout out to them. That was the reference for this scene right
Big
here.
up to Issa Rae. Big up.
Yes, big shout out to Issa Rae. So she right? So Alicia's going off. Like, she does not want to hear anything this guy has to say. All she wants to hear is like, let's go to bed. Like, let's get it on.
Favorite album out right now?
Your conversation is so dry. Can you just shut up and take me home already? Scissors control.
All the black girls seem to love her. I think mine is...
Did I ask? My only question is, when do I get to write it?
Jay-Z 444.
Great album.
He was like corny. He was giving me Carlton in the voice. Like, I was just like, oh my God. She just wants to smash. Like, that's all she wants to do. She's like, take me home. Let's get this going.
But y'all, would y'all, or do you know anybody who would ever like go about dating in that way? Like I'm just trying to get something.
Like a one night stand?
Yeah, period. Like I'm just here for one thing, period.
Yeah,
I know people who do that, but that's not me.
I'm like, I don't meet that many girls that are like open about it, at least.
No,
and you,
I don't.
And it's like it's the vibe, and you gotta read them. But I don't know. I just wanted to
But
get
you'd be surprised. They be out here. They be out here.
Oh wow.
So Jackson, he's going through his phone. He calls one of the girls from the other night, and she's like,
"Stay
"Get the hell
ready,
off my
mommy.
phone. Get off my phone with your bullshit. I don't want to hear it."
First of all, why did she even pick up? Because you knew anytime he calls you, you know what's up.
I mean, he could have been calling to apologize. I think that's what she was waiting for.
That's what she was
She's waiting on that sincere apology. Like, I fucked up. I was fucked up. And, I'm sorry.
But he basically
still
said,
drunk.
"I want to
He was
smash."
wild. He was wild.
She was like, "Get off my phone. Get off my phone."
So he at this point he's calling everybody.
Everyone
in his
that he knows.
Anybody.
He called Jordan. She's on a date.
Yeah.
He called.
What's her name? Jenna.
What's her name?
Oh, you talking about Tara?
Terry.
Oh, Terry. Oh, Terry. I was like,
Wait, Tara?
He called her Brittany too.
Yeah,
There was a Brittany on there too.
He called me.
Yeah, but he hit up Terry. Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
I feel like that's like the go-to right there.
Yeah.
It's
But she be ready
late.
to.
Ain't nothing popped off.
She stay ready.
She's the chick you was just asking about. Like, stay with
yeah.
it, ready, you know what I mean, with the business. That's her.
Because he's like, "I'm coming over." She said, "Say less. Come through. Say, what's up?"
No, but they have a history though.
Yeah.
It's different. Like you got a history. So I mean, like you going out. I'm trying to find a random stranger to take home, get this business.
Yeah.
Your margins are a little
I
small.
ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I ain't mad at you.
So Alicia brings home meet and match, and they get busy, but
No, homeboy catfished her.
they tried to.
She
get
felt
busy.
like she was catfished.
Catfish real?
Because he pulled out his dick, and she's like, "What's that? That's not the package that I ordered.
That's not what I ordered.
That's not what I ordered. What is that?"
Return to sender.
That's the kids meal right there.
What is that?
She's like, I don't know what that is, but that's not what I saw in the picture.
That's not what I ordered.
She's like, "I'm gonna have to ask you to
How
leave."
you go catfish?
She's
dick?
so polite
Like, how you
in
gonna
any
catfish?
situation. I would have been like, "Get the hell out."
But
She's
she
like,
basically
"I'm gonna
was
have
like
to
that.
ask you to
I
leave."
know. This was like she's really not playing. She's savage out here.
I love it.
Her whole face.
This is a new side of Alicia. Oh, and he was just like, "What?" So next scene, Joseph and his girlfriend are walking, and this guy starts, catcalling her like, "Oh, she mad fly, she mad fine."
Being disrespectful.
Yeah, shout out to Demore. That's another one of our favorites from like K-Live, Close Friends, all that.
And real quick, shout out to him. He literally hopped on a flight from Florida.
Wow.
Like 24 hours prior to this, he hopped out, came through. Literally, flew in that morning. Was on set. He was doing BTS for pictures for us, BTS videos for us, just chilling.
Wow.
And then come nighttime, we shoot his scene. I think he was off to the red eye that night. So he came through, showed love, chopped it up. Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. My close friends
face.
coming.
Yeah. So he's really calling her out her name, real disrespectful. And Joseph want to go off on him, but Jess, that's not her
about to
name.
lose it all.
Jasmine.
He's about to lose it all.
Jasmine trying to calm him down because I can't have you back in jail. I can't do this again.
And you're ride or die and whatnot, but I need you here.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
She dropped her groceries and everything.
Them groceries cost money too.
Right? And he calmed down, which was good, which was real good.
Quincy, he's still tripping off of the Twitter mentions, right?
Yeah.
And one of them actually even says, either forgive Alicia or go jump off of a bridge.
Oh my God.
All right, damn, y'all wild out here. Y'all want me to kill myself?
Right.
Y'all want Quincy to die?
The thing is, he looked like he was considering the bridge because he saw Alicia was on a dating app, and he was just like,
He was like, "What
sad.
bridge is close by?"
And I'm like, "It's gonna be okay, Quincy. It's all right."
I'm surprised he didn't throw his phone. Cause Quincy, he be
crazy,
dramatic, bringing the dramatic,
hella dramatic, holding on to the wall, about to have a heart attack.
Episode 3, he was like,
Yo,
He can't take it. He don't want to see her out here living her best
Quincy
life.
is trying, like he's trying so hard to turn over this new leaf, but life is testing him. Life is testing him.
It is. So Jordan and Dre in their night, she got over the Groupon. She's still feeling him. She goes upstairs to get her overnight bag. I said, "Okay, sis."
You still got the kiss though.
Yep, got the kiss.
Groupon made it happen.
She not mad at the Groupon no more.
Yeah.
You ain't that mad. You ain't that mad.
So then we get to Jackson. And he is beyond drunk. Like, I'm talking, he's hit at this moment, right? He looked like a homeless person on the train. I don't know why he didn't just take an Uber to this woman's house.
Right, that was my question. Why didn't he just hop in an Uber, put the address in and go?
I'm sure Uber Babe would have came and got him, make that money
I gotta get stopped real quick. With Jordan in the back seat.
Right? He gets off the train.
In the second storyline.
He's stumbling with his little Coke bottle. He love him some Jack and Coke. I swear he do.
Yes.
Then he falls onto the dirty subway platform. I'm like, this guy is hella dedicated to this role.
Oscar worthy. Okay, because I would never on the NYC subway
absolutely not
platform.
I said he is.
I don't even like
so
dedicated
on it.
Yeah. Shout out to.
How did this happen? We're gonna get into the QCCs. Because I need to know what happened here. He put his
dedication,
his body on the floor.
Yeah. So let's get into question, comments, and concerns.
Rushing through these New York City lights, tough love.
He's like, whose idea was that? Was that in the script?
Oh, absolutely.
He said, yeah, he threw him on the floor.
And I remember when on the table, when he read it, like he was like, "Let's go." He was the perfect person.
Did you guys clean it up before he?
Oh yeah, we had a crew.
What is green screen?
We had a crew come in and wash the station down.
I mean, you know what I mean, like especially like Bradley and a few others. I mean, I think you did some scenes too where it's like, dang, like not anybody can do this, but Brad was the perfect person for that scene because
dedicated.
I mean that was take number maybe like 10 right there, Yeah. So he was rubbing his body and you know what I mean, and also more scenes to come. Like it just doesn't end right there. Like he's going.
There's more.
I mean that was the end. So episode 5, you'll see some more of Jackson on that ground. So he
love that ground.
You know what I mean. Shout out to Bradley for that one.
Wow. Wow.
Man, that was
couldn't be me.
That was exciting. I like, man. I listened to y'all recasting this. Being here with y'all while y'all it makes the episode that much better.
Yeah. Recap.
Can we do a live recap for the next one? No. Like on the spot.
What's up?
Okay, so we're gonna read one off of Twitter from one of our listeners at It's Rob Base. He says, "What's so bad about paying with a Groupon? Fiscally responsible or nah?" He has 3 concerns. How savage is Alicia for not dealing with the eggplant emoji catfish? And how many dollars did Jackson collect before he woke up that day? So he was panhandling on the train.
Because he looked homeless. What if somebody started giving him money?
He probably got some dollars.
They probably would be upset. Like, I ain't poor. I could see Jackson
I don't need
doing
your
that.
money.
I don't need your money.
He would definitely curse somebody out trying to give him some money.
Yeah. And y'all, what do y'all think about Alicia not dealing with the guy? Like,
I mean, yeah, she got catfish, straight up.
She
like,
did.
You know what I mean? Like you said, that wasn't what she ordered.
That's not what she ordered.
You know what I mean? Take that back. You know what I mean? She was with the business. Take that back and give me a refund or give me something else.
You wasted my
give me-
time. Okay, so this doesn't have a... Okay. This is from one of the comments on the YouTube channel from Verde Lane. She says, Quincy and his immature, possessive ways are so annoying. He's afraid the more life experience Alicia has, the more she'll see he's a starter boo.
Starter.
That's all you are, man.
Also, use of the word tainted goes back to his BS about wanting his woman pure. He's a lame.
Ooh.
what you gotta say about that?
Read it to me one more time. I gotta process. It's a lot I gotta process.
Okay, I said Quincy and his immature, possessive ways are so annoying. He's afraid the more life experience Alicia has, the more she'll see he's a starter boo. Also, the use of the word tainted goes back to his BS about wanting his woman pure. He's a lame.
Quincy's
a lame.
You know, he's a lame.
That's
definitely true. Like the first point, like, you know, the more life experience Alicia has definitely makes him fearful that he's gonna lose her because well, first, you know, he's already coming from a place of insecurity, so he's already like on the rocks of like, oh dang, like she can go out there, she can get it from somebody else. Yeah. So now that she's out there seeking it,
right?
She's out there seeking it. Like you already know that she can. So she's out there looking to see if she can for herself, and can Quincy handle that? Is the question. Like, can you deal with this right now? Like, this is what she's doing. Can you deal with it? Yeah. And we're learning throughout this season, like, if he can, and it's like it's questionable. Like, you know, when he blows up about what did he blow up about? Oh, she sent him the video. He finds out just that she's dating. One that was kind of raw. Like for her to like present it to him in that way. Like your man done proposed and you didn't say, hey, look, I need time to figure things out for myself. I think we should see other people. It's just like, look, here's the video, and like she done left you in suspense for so long. It's like, okay, here's a video, and that's how you find out. I felt like, you know, she should have approached it differently.
Yeah, I agree.
But still, it's like, okay, can you handle that, Quincy? Can you handle that? And he's battling with he's battling with it, and you can see those and you can see those challenges that he has. But the question is, you know, Quincy, where do you go from here? True. And how do you learn, and how do you proceed as a person, as a human being? Because if it doesn't work with Alicia, then who's it gonna work with? How are you gonna have a relationship and have a life if you can't make it work with her? Like, she's great, she's perfect for you, she's the perfect person for you. So if you can't make it work with her, how are you gonna make it work? Okay. And I think that's that internal battle and that internal struggle that he has. And it's like, I can't make it work with nobody else. So it's frustrating seeing her go out and live her life, but ultimately, like, I'm not much without her. So it's yeah.
I guess you kind of answered this one from Melanated Genesis. Do you think Quincy still loves Alicia, or the idea of Alicia?
That's a good one.
I think Quincy loves Alicia. Because, you know, you don't spend that much time with a person, 5+ years with a person, you know, developing the idea of them. You know who they are. Right. I just spent this much time with you. I know you. I know who you are, not just, you know, the concept of you. Yeah, she messed around with one person, and now she's on dating apps, but still that doesn't change who she is at the core.
He loves the old Alicia. This new Alicia, she's somebody else that he don't know.
I think he has to learn. He has to grow with it. He has to grow with it, because he's gonna be a new Quincy too. True. Like she's gonna be a new Alicia, and he's also gonna be a new Quincy, and it's gonna be, how are y'all gonna grow through this process? Yeah. The greatest things that you do and the greatest things that you learn are also the hardest things that you have to go through.
Right.
So.
And one more, same Melanated Genesis. How do you deal with all the Quincy hate?
How do I deal with
How you deal with that, bro?
How do you sleep?
Well, number one, I know that it's a show, and I know that you know, it's a scripted show, and I'm an actor, so a lot of times I'm sitting there reading the comments, and when people are going in, I'm just sort of sitting there with a slight grin on my face, because I'm like, okay, I'm doing my job. Yeah. I'm evoking emotion, and I'm getting a reaction out of people. Like, it's believable. Like, they're buying the performance. So I can't be mad at the fact that they're buying the performance. But then there's another part of me, because I have to spend so much time relating and connecting with my character, that roots for Quincy. Like, I'm rooting for Quincy. I'm team Quincy. So it's like, okay, like, damn, y'all really going in on my man's right now. And he doesn't, you know, he deserves to be understood. Like, nobody's taking the time to understand Quincy and figure out where he's coming from. It's like they really people acknowledged it for like a second, but then sort of looked over the fact that Quincy is light in comparison to his dad. Like Quincy is the
that's true.
Quincy is
his dad was
is the lighter version.
The millennial version.
Yeah. So it's like, when you have to. I try to, me personally as Jordan, I try to empathize with people and I try to understand where people are coming from, at least, because that's the only way you can approach a conversation to move forward. So you have to understand that he has been taught gender roles from the time that he was a baby. Mm-hmm. His dad has ingrained gender roles into, his mind. So he hasn't been open-minded. So now he's learning, and for him to go to bat for his relationship with his dad, you're this person who was instilled these values with you. That's like a person who was raised as a racist. Yeah. Like your parents raised you as a racist. Like black people are bad. Don't associate yourself with them. And it's like, okay, look, I don't really agree with that. They're growing and they're learning. Like even though they may have been racist in the past, but now they're finally realizing and they're learning. Okay, look, I think I was wrong in the past. I think that. Either we have a lot to learn from black people and we need to grow together as a people. That person is growing, and I'm rooting for that person to learn more. Same thing goes for Quincy. He's raised as a person who saw gender as a specific thing, and now he's like, okay, look, I don't really think that's right. But it took him a while to get there. But look where he started. So I'm rooting for him.
Our last question is, what does Tough Love mean as a web series in a world where Issa Rae is now with HBO and others are getting shows or series on Netflix? From Gorgia Dome.
Oh man, it means a lot. Like just seeing what Issa's doing out here, seeing what Donald Glover is doing out here with Atlanta. Yeah. High Maintenance. I was just walking here on the train. I saw a new season of High Maintenance. Was on Vimeo now, HBO. But yeah, just like seeing all these series that were independent, real indie, you know what I mean? Like, literally utilizing all their resources, all their friends, their family members and things like that to now be on a network, get a network budget, you know what I mean? Have all the accolades and everything. That's incredible. And for Tough Love, like all we're doing is, just watching their moves and trying to adopt the moves that we see. So, shout out to Issa Rae. Shout out to Denise Davis over on her team. They're having a SIP event in New York City. So, we got So we have Fiona, our friend, and our publicist PR representation. She's gonna be in the building. So it's gonna be good just to have a Tough Love presence amongst them and chop it up because I hear the sips are very intimate, very small. So we looking forward to just continue to create and get some great accolades while we're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I've said it from the beginning that what we were doing with Tough Love and what everybody else is doing with the internet we're part of this revolution right now. Like the business, the industry, the entertainment industry is shifting. Everything is moving from a physical space to a digital online space. And so, it's really revolutionary to be able to put the power in individuals' hands. Like you don't have to go to a big studio to make things happen for yourself. You don't have to go to a big network to make things happen for yourself, whether it's through radio, whether it's whether you're producing scripted content, whether you're anything you want to do, the possibilities are endless. Yeah. And so to be a part of that wave is cool. I mean, it's hard because we're learning and there's no like set blueprint for it yet. People are like building the blueprints for it, and that's why it's cool to look at people like Issa Rae and why you can have so much respect for her, because she didn't say, all right, look, I made it happen for myself. Y'all figure it out on your own, and like I'm gonna keep all the secrets and all the gems to myself. No, she is sharing knowledge and she's dropping gems to everybody else out there because she wants to empower everybody, because she recognizes that just having a voice and being able to share your voice is everything amongst individuals. And whether you're just sharing your voice in your local community or you're sharing your voice on a national, global level, it all matters, and it all means something to somebody. And we don't know what this whole thing is going to look like 20 years from now, 50 years from now. It's going to be crazy. Like, you know, where you guys could take this podcast. Podcasts are blowing up. Web series are blowing up. I rarely ever, like, turn the TV on to, like, watch, like, television.
Me too.
Yeah.
Like, it's rare. Everything I watch is online.
On TV.
Everything is digital, and that's where everything is gonna go. So to see, like, the people who were, like, you know, shaking and moving to make these things happen and sort of clear the path, it's cool. It's cool to see it and be a part of it, having our own show.
And just a little bit of business side to it. You could see the digital landscape going over, like, or excuse me, the network landscape going over to the digital side.
Right.
So, like, for instance, The Chi. Showtime, they released the first episode
online,
on YouTube. So
really?
and it got over 1 million views.
They bleeped out the curse words, but
so you can see that, you know, they did the same thing with Insecure, episode 101. They put it on Issa Rae's YouTube channel. So if you see that these networks are utilizing YouTube as promotional ways to get new audience members onto their subscription platform, like, it just shows that, like, you know, we are headed in a right direction with the digital content, with the storytelling process. But, you know, I feel like, you know, creators like myself, Bobby Ashley, James Bland, you see Lynda Wave, Issa Rae, you see all of us, like, and Ronnie Davis, you see all of us just, like, you know, steadily creating. And when we all come together, now it's, you know, a time to celebrate. Now it's a time for, you know, stories to be shared.
What did you compare it to when you said you was like, this is like when Jay-Z and all of them was like,
oh yeah, I feel like it's like hip hop, you know what I mean? Like you know, early Def Jam. It was a time when, you know, Irv Gotti, you know, he had DMX, he had Jay-Z and Ja Rule. He had to pitch them to, you know, to the net or to Def Jam, the actually heads. And I feel like that's us right now. We, you know, we're indie, you know, we're the indie J, we're the indie DMX,
we gotta create our own
the
thing.
Indie Ja Rule, you know, and it's to the time where it's like, oh, okay, we see you guys. All right, we wanna see if you can handle this budget, or we want to see if you can handle these cast members. We want to see if you can handle this industry. So, you know, we're just gonna continue to create, and that's the best part about it. Just have fun with it.
Yes.
For sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Great job, guys. Love the series. Do you actually feel pressure each season coming out? Like, to be on top of the last one?
No. Yes and no. Like, Ronnie, yes. Like, her pin game, you know, we call it Pinner for Hudson. You know, Pinner for Hudson. You know what I mean? Like, you know, she feels that her writing has to, you know, become more dynamic. Myself, you know, I just like to just build on what we already have. Whether it's camera work, whether it's storylines, whether it's bringing in other cast members, whether it's locations, whether it's brand partnerships, whether it's you know, just new elements of just Tough Love the brand. And I kind of I have fun with it. I really enjoy it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the pressure sometimes comes from, you know, you see comments, and then, like, people, like, have these expectations. That's where the pressure comes. But if you just kind of have, like, a mindset with it that you're having fun,
stay true to your art.
Stay true to your art. Then the pressure kind of, like, goes back. The comments, you get sucked into the comments, but as long as you take it back, you good. You know what I mean? You real good. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. I forgot what the question was. Oh. So I can't even go in on it.
I keep forgetting questions.
You feel
that
pressure?
OJ.
The pressure.
That OJ.
The pressure.
That OJ.
Y'all funny.
No Simpson.
Pressure wise, I really just try to approach it the same way I've been approaching it from the beginning, which is just to do the best job that I can, and you know, forget about like what's going on outside, forget about the amount of people that are going to be watching it, forget about where it's going in the future, forget about maybe getting nominated for the Emmys again, and forget about all of that, and just get back to the base of why you do it, and to just do it the best that you can. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, like last season 2, I tried to help as much as I can, you know, producing wise.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan producing.
And it's just
two.
That's hard.
It was.
It's tough to sort of to like split yourself, and you know, and wear so many different hats. That's why y'all cannot understand how much respect I have for Caleb and Ronnie, because the amount of hats they have to wear to get this show done is crazy. It's crazy the amount of roles that they have to play just to get the show out there. And for me as an actor, I'm like, all right, I want to deliver the best performance that I can. So this season 3, I was like, all right, look, I think I need to step away from producing and focus a little more on the acting, because I wanted to deliver. So that, I guess, you know, that was me feeling a little bit of pressure, you know, wanting to deliver the best performance that I possibly could. Now, when we got the script, I wanted to dive in on the script and focus just on the script. And when I got to set, I wanted to just be, you know, knowing what was going on within the scene, what was going on within the story, and not have any distractions within that. Because it's hard enough to be able to bounce in and out of where you are. You're in different locations. You don't shoot, you know, the story linear. You shoot it out of order. So you have to know like where you are within the story and be present within the scenes. A lot of times you're learning lines on the fly, you know. So it's a lot to dedicate yourself to as an actor, and I wanted to elevate that, and so it's just, you know, I wanted to do the best job that I could, and I wouldn't say I felt pressure towards it. It's just, you know, pressure for myself, maybe not really like feeling pressure from outside sources.
Okay, but awesome.
What's been your favorite scene to shoot?
Ooh. It's a lot. It's a lot of fun scenes. There is a scene where, dang, it hasn't came out yet. I'm gonna tell you a scene that came out already. Sheesh! Wow, a lot of good scenes that came out yet.
Can you give me a hint?
You can drop exclusives.
I mean, all about the exclusives.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what scene was really fun, and it was like fun putting it together and everything. It was the time when everybody was on airtime.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that was cool to see.
That scene took a lot of work. Like,
imagine.
It took a lot of work. So it was fun. Like, you know, we shot it with two different cameras. No. So we shot it with one camera, 2 different systems. You know, one on the gimbal and one handheld as like the cellular phone. Okay. And it was real fun, just kind of like having each actor make sure that they're talking to one another, even though it's not really a phone. So like, you know,
you sitting there. This is your phone.
Yeah, actually, this is the camera. This is the camera.
Oh wow.
So you know, you're holding like this, and you want to make sure that the conversation lines up on the other side. So Ronnie will be reading the lines, and we'll be making sure that it's good like this. And you know, even in the edit, we had the partnership with Airtime. Shout out to Airtime. What's up? What's going on? And you know, they really gave us free creative range. It's like just do it, but make sure that it looks like us, like, you know, like the way their user interface is set up. So, you know, it took a little time to kind of like, you know, make sure it looked like their user interface, and then we had the footage.
Oh, I thought you guys actually like used
me too.
and then y'all input it. Like,
Nah.
y'all are talented.
Nah, we got the call from Airtime like day 1 of shooting. Like, they was like, yeah, let's go through with it. Let's go, you know, with the whole brand integration. And you know, we're like, cool. Like, at first it was just gonna be just them on the phone, like on like the regular phone. Hey, what's up? What's up? But they was like, nah, just utilize it where everybody's talking to each other on the Airtime app. But yeah, like you had Jordan in the car. Like that was, you know, that was fun itself. Like, you know, we're like, you know, go around the block, make sure that, you know, the cityscape still looks good. And then you have Monica walking, you know what I mean? And then
who else was on that? You
Alicia.
and Jackson was just chilling on the couch.
Yeah.
And and Leash, where was Leash at?
Oh, she was
walking too.
she was in Jordan's apartment.
No.
Yeah, she was on the couch.
She was in Jordan's apartment. So what I mean. We had like different people in different places and bringing them all together. So that was like one of my favorite scenes to shoot.
That's
what's up.
dope.
I like, and I've been trying to sit here and recall because shooting is such a blur. when we shoot, it's like you had to squeeze so much.
I feel like y'all shoot the whole season in like 3 days.
Yo, it's like
I wish.
it's a blur. It feels like
it was 28 days this season.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we shot in the month of October. Yep, early September to like the end of October. Yeah. So it was it was nice.
Yeah, it was like everything starts to jumble together at a certain point. So I was trying to remember, but I off the top of my head, I think I have 2 scenes that I remember that were like fun.
Which one?
And the first one, luckily it came out. It just came out.
Okay.
When that scene that we got when we was on the train.
That was a good scene because I'm like, how are they doing this?
Yo,
nobody is like, get away from me.
What are they doing? Showtime.
We booked a lot of extras for that one.
They were just,
That was real.
We booked the extras. We had the train studio. We had the green screen. But it's like shout out to Guerrilla Filmmaking.
Yeah,
we
that was like rush hour.
It's like we hopping on and off trains. Like mind you, like me and Jackson shooting those scenes like on the trains. It was actually tough sitting there waiting for trains to go past. It's sound issues. So when you're on the platform, you got to wait for trains to pass. It took us forever to shoot that scene just because dealing with the train traffic. And then when we had to shoot the scene on the train, we got like one take and we didn't know if we were gonna use it or not. So then we had to go back the other way, and then we all just jump on the scene. We all just jump on a train, and Caleb's like, "Hey, I'm gonna roll on this," and we're like, "What?" And me and Jackson, we just so like down in the moment. Especially Bradley. Bradley is like down for anything. It don't matter what it is. If you're like, "Hey, we doing this right now," Brad's like, "All right, let's go." So,
I believe you. He threw himself on the platform.
Brad is down. Brad is down for
whatever.
whatever. And so I'm in that same spirit. I'm like, all right, let's go, let's do it. And so we're sitting there on the train, just like squished, and Anna, our sound woman, shout out to her. She was down. She was right there with the mic, and so we're on the train, and we just start shooting this scene, and everybody was just like. Everybody on the train is just quiet, and they're just like, okay, all right, I guess they just gonna shoot.
That's let me be quiet. So they can shoot.
we got that scene one take. No, I think we got 2 takes.
2 takes.
We got 2 takes, and then we got off at like the next stop, and that was just it was crazy quick. And we were like, yo, did we just do that? Yeah. We just shoot a scene on the train. So we're and we got it, and it made the cut. So that scene was very fun. That scene was very fun. And another one was when I got to work with my dad.
Oh yeah, he was hype.
It was really fun. Just getting to work with Harry.
Shout out to Harry Lennox.
How did he come on the project?
Oh man, it was incredible. Like I met him at a bar. You know what I mean? Yeah, I met him at a bar, and then like we was hanging out, like, or we still hang out. You know what I mean? And like we just hang out on like us sharing projects. Like he has his, like, although he does Blacklist and all these other films, he has his own indie projects as well that it's gonna be releasing pretty soon. I think around Easter. And so we always just kind of like talk, share experiences. Like since he's an old head, like he can gives us wisdom, and since we're young, we give him like this indie grind. Yeah. And like right before we started shooting season 3. We was like, hey, actually, he was like, hey, if you got a role for me, I'll hop on. We was like, well, think about it.
We'll call you. People call your people.
We'll think about it. I mean, like, but I was like, you would think about it, because Ronnie wasn't there, so I wanted to run it by her. You know what I mean? You never know, she could have wanted to turn that scene down.
Right.
But yeah, so that was Harry. Met him at a bar. Ended up on the series. We still hang out. Yo, shout out to Harry Lennox. Yeah,
that's awesome.
And but shooting that scene, he was really dope. Like met him that day. And
hey, Dad.
And so we get mic'd up and everything, and then we all walk over to the park, and just in a brief amount of time, I'm just sort of just chopping it up with him. We just just shooting shit, getting to know each other, and then we shoot the scene. It was just real fun. Like, he was real, laid back, down to earth dude. And I had a lot of fun shooting that scene. I think I had a little too much fun shooting that scene. I felt like that's one thing I regret. Like, looking back at the scene, I'm like, yeah, I think I looked like I was having a little too much fun. It worked though, and I really like how it came out. Like,
that was a good. You got to see how Quincy is the way he is and more background.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of fun.
So if you guys could, first of all, thank you for coming on.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
This was fun.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you.
Of course. You
guys are always welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. We can stay and talk all night if y'all want to.
If you guys could just share any upcoming projects and where our listeners can follow you and find you.
I don't have anything upcoming right now. However, if y'all want to follow me, feel free to check me out on Instagram. That's I'm at Jordan Ryan. There's no A in Jordan. At Jordan Ryan.
Okay.
So currently I'm working on a lot of tough love stuff, and you can find myself, Caleb, or Ronnie Davis at Tough Love Web Series. That's on Instagram. Tough Love Online on Twitter. That's pretty much where we spend most of our time, just like really, connecting with folks and putting up posts and, seeing how people love the show, seeing how people like the topics within the show. And our YouTube channel, go subscribe. That's Tough Love Series.
Yeah,
YouTube.com/Tough Love Series. Subscribe. I mean, if y'all heard this whole thing, obviously y'all watch the show, but tell a friend to subscribe. Tell a family member to
support Black businesses.
Support Black businesses. Shout out to Black History Month.
Yeah,
we doing
shout
things out here.
One.
Color content, color creators.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, guys.
For coming. We really appreciate it. We had fun.
And thanks for our Smashbox.
Yes,
shout
out to Smashbox.
So
shout out to Smashbox. You know what I mean? Lipstick palettes. You guys look at them. They got like tons of different colors.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I love it.
So cute.
Oh, and since it's okay, you'll air next week. I'll tell y'all.
Yes, exclusive.
Exclusive. Y'all coming out to the Tough Love finale party.
Of course.
You know what I mean?
Miss it. Been there since day one.
It's February 18th. That's a Saturday from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30.
Hey, we lit.
Oh,
we lit. So it's gonna be an advanced screening of the series finale. Like you know what I mean?
Yes.
Series.
Yes.
Like Tough Love is actually season 3 is done. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like Tough Love is done.
What you mean?
Yeah, this is the series finale.
The
series finale. So
or the season finale.
Series finale.
No. You can't. No.
Yes, it's the series finale. So definitely come out.
He got something cooking.
Come out, show some love. You know what I mean? We'll have I Am Julito on the ones and twos.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? He's gonna be the DJ.
Julito.
We have Millie Modo. She's gonna be our host. We're gonna be watching it over a pool at the Grace Hotel.
Bring you some trunks.
Yeah.
Bring you some trunks.
That series finale, we going out with a bang.
We getting wet.
Going out with a bang. So, you know what I mean? We're going to grab your emails, put you on the list for sure. But yes. Like,
oh my God.
We're going to have all the cast members together. We got people flying in for this one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be
epic.
It's going to be a lituation.
Epic.
Yes.
You said series finale.
Series finale with seriously.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
But y'all gonna be cooking up something else.
I mean, we always create. We are creators. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We
fans gonna go crazy.
Yeah, we create. So
yeah.
We, you know what I mean?
Oh, so that means the finale is gonna be insane.
Yeah, that's why they having a party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Put it in your calendar.
On a somber note.
I know. I'm like, now I'm sad. We're happy at the same time.
Yeah, y'all did amazing.
Amazing.
So,
Thank you.
And a lot of web series don't even make it to 3 seasons. Like,
talk about it.
Yeah,
and it grows every year. Like a lot of people go down in their viewership every season. We went up in our viewership every season,
and brought on new cast members.
That was a blessing.
Yeah.
That was a blessing.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really challenging to put together these series. Like, we didn't even think we were gonna have 3 because, and like Jordan could tell you, like when we broke the news to everybody, his feelings was like, yo, I mean, come on, like, I thought we was gonna have the trailer outside. I mean, I thought we was gonna have 2 weeks of rehearsal lines. I'm like, nah, sorry, we're doing the guerrilla way again.
Yep.
Oh wow.
So
yeah, it's hard. It's tough. I was like, cause like I'll be real, when people would ask me like after season 2 came out, they're like, are you excited for season 3? And I was like I'm not excited to do it like the way we've been doing it, was like struggling to like pull things together and just make it happen. It's a hard way to work, and it's a hard process to be a part of. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade the experience for nothing. But it's just it's hard, and when you don't have those resources. So I would have preferred not to go into season 3 with with very minimal resources. But you gotta do what you gotta do, and I felt like season 3 is our best season by far.
Yeah, and you have a lot of talent, a lot of people that's in our cast that like got managers now. They got agents now. Wow. And like, you know what I mean? So that means we on the phone, not just with talent, but we on the phone with managers and agents. You know what I'm saying? So, the whole process is
hard.
It's different. Hard. You know what I mean? So yeah, we've had fun, and you know what I mean? Tough love has been incredible. So
I know, because this was like one of our first shows.
Yes, man. And I think I just broke that right now. Yeah, that's the first time I said that. Yeah.
Probably.
I just broke that on seriously. I just broke that right here on seriously.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And shout out to Seriously, by the way. Y'all did mention that y'all have been rocking with us since the very beginning. Like y'all been right there. Yeah. And so whenever we could come out and show love to y'all, it's a must. It's a must. Like it's always a pleasure to see you guys out and about at events.
Thank you. We appreciate
that. Because y'all are dope.
Oh my God, thank you. Right back. Like, we getting emotional, y'all. So we just gotta go.
We just gonna go. We have to go.
Thank you guys for listening.
We'll see you next week.